we as a camp was going over the story of Yahweh, Genesis chapters 37 through 50, and we halfway done, but we was bringing out lessons week after week to get a better understanding of the situation that Yahweh and the Israelites was in at the time of their demise, or what you would say, the famine that was happening in the land. There was a great famine in the land. However, Yahweh was in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai to get an understanding of what was going on, or what was to go on. And he gave Pharaoh the interpretation of his dream, 7 lean years and 7 years of wealth or prosperity. And in the second year, we're going to get this scripture, Genesis 47, verse 18. And when the year was ended, they came unto him in the second year, because the first year to buy grain, buy flour, so they can eat, make bread. And this was the second year now. The second year, remember, there was 7 years of lean. So into the second year, they said unto him, we would not hide it from my Lord how much that our money is spent. My Lord also has our herds of cattle. There is not aught left in the sight of my Lord but our bodies and our lands. Meaning to say, we gave all our money to you to buy the grain so we can live. All we have left now is our land and our bodies. Wherefore, verse 19 says, wherefore shall we die before thy eyes, both we and our land? Buy us, the scriptures say, and our land for bread. You see that? So the question is, when there's nothing left, what do you have for sale? When you're in dire straits, what do you have to offer? Showing you that money, land, cattle, and your bodies is worth money, is worth something. This is why in the scriptures in Romans, we make our bodies a living sacrifice. This is the only thing we have. This is the only thing we have left to offer to the Lord. Because we have no money in this place. We have no land. We have no country. We have no cattle. We have no possessions, because they were all stripped from us. What do we have left? Our bodies. This is what not only the Lord wants, but Esau knows this also. He knows that all you have left, because he has never given the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, anything. Never gave them land. If they had land, he took it from them. If he had money, he taxed them. If he had cattle, he didn't buy from him. We know about the farmers. We know about the lands that's desolate. Monsantos and other entities that destroy crops and livestock. Franken foods, or Frankenstein foods, and seeds that never, you can't germinate from a seed or from a plant that doesn't give seeds. You plant watermelon and the next year, or when they grow, they have no seeds. They seedless. You grow grapes, they seedless. You can't prosper off your own crop or your own harvest, because there's nothing to gain in the end. And this is what Esau wants people to be in, this type of predicament. He don't want you to prosper. He don't want your children to gain an inheritance. So the people of Egypt in Joseph's time knew this. Money ran out, food ran out, cattle was sold for food. Now lands and bodies are now being sold for food, which puts you in slavery. This is how Egypt gained its prosperity. Through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushai giving the knowledge to Joseph for Egypt to prosper. Verse 20 says, verse 19 says, and our lands will be servants to Pharaoh, unto Pharaoh, and give us seed that we may live and not die, that the land may not be desolate. So basically, we'll be your servants. We be your slaves if you just let us work for you. We'll sell you everything, even our own bodies. So what's left? That's it. That's the only thing you can offer is your body. So in these times, we're talking 2020, this is May, 2020, what do we have to offer to the Lord? We don't have anything. We're in the same predicament. But we're not going to give this new Pharaoh our bodies, our minds, and our spirits. We're going to give everything we have to the Lord, because the Lord is going to bring us out this situation. The Lord is going to help us to live, or make us to live. We can't depend on Pharaoh, because Pharaoh's against us. It's all about him and what his desire is. Pharaoh don't care about his subjects. He just want money. It don't matter. I saw a guy on a blog yesterday, and he said, yeah, you could buy from me or you could buy from them. The manufacturer don't care who buys from who, long as he gets the money. It doesn't matter. You could buy from me, you could buy from them, you could buy from whomever. The manufacturer that I'm selling for or getting the product from don't care about me. He cares about his money on the product he made. And this is what Pharaoh is. Even Pharaoh today. He don't care. This is why he wants you to go back to work, even though there's sickness out here, supposedly, quote unquote, sickness out here. People dying of mysteriously. People dying of epileptic seizures, I'm hearing last. They talk about underlying diseases and underlying conditions that a person in. Now children is dying, mysteriously getting this crazy disease, just dying. It's like, and people want to go back to normal. Well, guess what? There's no new normal. The new normal is now your body is going to be the sacrifice. Now, who you sacrificing to? That's the question. Who you going to give your soul and your spirit to? That's the question. Because we could talk about COVID all day. We could talk about Esau all day. We could talk about all these things. But who you going to give your spirit, your life, your sacrifice to and for? Give it to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. He's the making creator of all these things. So the only one that can get you out is them, is he, is the spirit. You see? We'll continue on verse 20. And Yahweh bought all the land of Egypt for Pharaoh. This is how Egypt became great, because of Pharaoh's doing. So when Yahweh told Abraham that you're going to be a blessing among all nations, this is it. This is the understanding of those scriptures, that you're going to be a blessing in all nations. The nation is going to be blessed because of Israel, not the other way around. Not the nations is going to be a blessing for Israel. Israel is going to be a blessing. The seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is going to be a blessing for the nations. Not the nation's going to be blessed because of Abraham. No, he's going to be blessed because of the Israelites, of the seed of Abraham that Yahweh Shem Yahushai had given to Israel for the nations. You have to get this understood, that the nations is not blessed. It's because of the Israelites you are blessed. Get it straight. Get it straight. So getting back, verse 21, the land became Pharaoh's, right? It says, and as for the people, he removed them to cities from one end of the borders of Egypt even to the other. Meaning he removed them. He put them, Pharaoh, he don't care. Pharaoh put his need where he wanted his need to be and made them slaves. This is how the treasure cities came about. This is how the monuments and the steles and the what do you call it? The obelisks, where these hewn stone quarries was made, and he built them because he had all the chips. He had all the money, all the resources to make these things happen. And everyone became a slave. Everyone worked for the pharaoh, the city, the state, the government, whatever you want to call it, the king. Everyone worked for the king because they had no choice. They had no money. They had no land. You need land to make money. Pharaoh knew this. Esau knows this. You need land to make money. You need land. You need cattle. You need money to make money. Okay? Without land, you can't make money. You'd be working for someone else, a servant. Only, verse 22, only the land of the priests brought he not, for the priests had a portion assigned them of Pharaoh, and did eat their portion which Pharaoh gave them, wherefore they sold not their lands. So the only lands that was in possession of someone other than Pharaoh was the priest. The priests, that, you know, they spiritual men or whatever you want to call them, what they believe, the gods that they worshipped. He kept them going because they was in touch with that left-hand side in which Pharaoh needed to prosper. But he didn't prosper from his own priests. He's prospered from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the power of Israel. And he didn't give reverence. This is why he was brought down later on through Moses. I just wanted to bring those few scriptures out, get a clear understanding of what? When you have nothing, what's left to offer? Number two, who do you offer to? What do you offer? Your body. That's all you got left. Your spirit that's housed in the body. But who do you offer these things to? When you have nothing, what are you offering? And who do you offer to? Till next time, Shalom.